How David Beckham's income will change after the World Cup in Qatar. David Beckham is believed to have agreed to a £150 million deal to become an ambassador for the country over the decade, which will result in him being the face of the 2022 World Cup. It is a move that has been met with fierce criticism by many, with the Manchester United icon being accused of duplicity in the country's sports washing campaign. The England legend was pictured in the country earlier this month, taking in various sites, including some of the stadiums to be used for next year's tournament. Today we'll be talking about David Beckham's massive earnings from the upcoming FIFA World Cup. It is reported that the 46-year-old was told rainbow flags would be allowed at the World Cup in a country that has faced criticism for its human rights record, especially towards gay people and women. David has always talked about the power of football as a force for good on many levels, a spokeswoman for Beckham told The Sun. As we reach the 1 year to go point, he will join the wider football community that is coming together for the World Cup 2022, and he's looking forward to what he thinks will be a great tournament. Beckham's relationship with Qatar is not a new one, stemming back to his time as a player in Paris Saint-Germain. It is understood the ambassadorial deal came about as a result of Beckham's close friendship with the Qatari president of PSG, Nasser Al-Khelaifi, when the former Manchester United star played for the club in 2013. The pair were photographed laughing together at an international match in Qatar in 2019, and Beckham has become a frequent visitor to the country. He is due back in Qatar next month to watch the Formula 1 Grand Prix hosted by the desert state. Speaking in 2019 about the World Cup in Qatar, Beckham spoke of his jealousy at not getting the chance to be there as a player. He said, "I think as a player and a fan, you want to visit a World Cup competition with great facilities, safe facilities, great hotels, and great culture. And that's what Qatar is all about. I wish I was still playing because to play in stadiums like this, it's a dream. Players are going to be spoiled." Beck's being criticized. David Beckham's £150 million deal to be the face of the Qatar World Cup would be unforgivable for some. As part of the deal, Beckham will promote the country's tourism and culture. However, many have raised concerns over the deal, citing Qatar's human rights record, as well as its treatment of foreign workers and the LGBTQ community. A spokesperson for Beckham quoted in British media defended his decision, stating that the football star was passionate about using the power of football as a force for good on many levels. Qatar has a shameful human rights record, and the country's mistreatment of migrant workers, i.e. those making the World Cup possible, is incredibly distressing. Seems that when it comes to ethics, UNICEF Ambassador Beckham is happy to bend them too. Some would say this deal is not just morally bankrupt, it is embarrassingly out of date and unfashionable. Modern footballers like Marcus Rashford are all about using their platform for good, not greedily profiting from a questionable regime. Young players including Rashford and Chelsea's Reece James, who has devoted time and money to the Felix Project Food Bank, and Raheem Sterling, set to launch a foundation to help disadvantaged teens. They are redefining what it means to be a football star. By comparison, Beckham looks past it and out of touch. Clearly £150 million is a lot of money, but come on, it's not like you or I are being offered this kind of cash. Surely one of the main advantages to the unimaginable wealth the Beckhams already have is the freedom to be choosy. By being on their payroll, Beckham could be colluding with a brutal regime in the act of sports washing, where countries host large sporting events to airbrush their past and improve their image. So David Beckham may be helping Qatar sports wash their bad deeds, but who's going to sports wash him afterwards? Getting into bed with a country for which petroleum and natural gas account for more than 70% of total government revenue, aka the opposite of green, makes this a multi-layered terrible idea. The way the 2 million strong migrant workforce in Qatar are treated, and the appalling conditions they work in while temperatures soar to 41.5 degrees, has come under the spotlight over the last decade, during which time an average of 12 workers a week from Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Nepal, and Sri Lanka have died. Last March, the minimum wage was finally raised to 1,000 Qatari riyals a month, so it would only take a worker a mere 62,500 years to earn what Beckham is being paid. What we should be talking about now is whether the England football team should have anything to do with Qatar's World Cup at all, not one of our most prominent stars' blessing being brought to facilitate it. Maybe David Beckham has signed his deal to bring attention to the plight of migrant workers, and he plans to donate the £150 million to the families of those who have lost their lives. So this brings us to the conclusion of today's video. Let us know how you liked the video on Beckham's huge deal in the comments below. Till then, hope to see you in another video.